Good afternoon, this is Gavriel Jacknin, and welcome to BJC Halacha A. Number 1437, a Halacha A keeps the Yetzer Hara Away. And Baruch Hashem, we're up to a new chapter. The laws of Torah reading on Shabbos and Yom Tov, once again dedicated to our holy idea of soldiers. The hostages, may Hashem return them safe and sound. And Klal Yisrael in Israel and around the world. We need you, Hashem, to continue to protect us. Very interesting halacha today. When aliyahs are added on Shabbos, a Kohen or Levi may be called for the last aliyah, since the requirement of calling 7 men was fulfilled, and also because it is the last of the main aliyahs, except for the maftir. Now let me explain. On Shabbos, there are 7 people that get called up for an aliyah, to make a blessing over the Torah. And then after those 7 are called, they repeat part of the Torah that's called maftir. So technically, let's call it the 8th, okay? Now, on Shabbos, if you have an obligation, other people need to say, have an aliyah for certain reasons of a simcha, or just because you want to honor them, it's a bar mitzvah. You can have 8th, 9th, 10th. So let's say you happen to call up 10 people to the Torah, where normally there's only 7. So you call up to 10, and then after the 10, you have an additional person, that's the maftir. So he's about to tell you that you can have the Kohen get called up for not only the first aliyah, of course, but the 10th aliyah, and then even the maftir. Similarly, for maftir, a Kohen or Levi may be called. It is even permitted to call 1 Kohen for the last aliyah and 1 Kohen for maftir. They may be called in this situation since the Kaddish intervenes between them. Right after the Torah reading is completed before the maftir, the Balkorah, the one reading for the Torah, says Kaddish, so that interrupts between the 10th person who got the aliyah, I will call the Kohen in this case, and then the maftir, who also is a new Kohen. On Simchas Torah, when 3 Sifrei Torah are taken out, 1 Kohen may be called as Chassan Torah, that's finishing the Torah, the groom of the Torah, and 1 is Chassan Bereshis, that's when they start the new Torah reading, the groom of Bereshis, and 1 for maftir, since each one reads from a different Sefer Torah. But when Rosh Chodesh, Teves, occurs on Shabbos, even though 3 Sifrei Torah are taken out, even if they want to call 8 men to the first Sefer Torah, it is not permitted to call the Kohen to be the 8th one, since as yet the required reading was not completed in this Sefer. The reading is completed in the 2nd Sefer, in which the portion of Rosh Chodesh is read, and then a Kohen may be called. The same law applies to Shabbos Shkolim and to Parshas HaChodesh when they occur in Rosh Chodesh. And he says here, this ruling is in accord with the second opinion mentioned in the Ramah. If, however, the Kohen went up to the Torah, we may rely on the others who rule that a Kohen or Levi may be called even after the required aliyahs. If this happens, it is preferable to call a Levi after the Kohen and then the Yisrael. A little complicated here. See Mishnah Berurah. This is done in order to This is done in order to avoid casting doubt on the Kohen's lineage. But bottom line is because there's not that Kaddish interrupt between that last aliyah, so that's why you can't have the back-to-back Kohanim in that case. But in general, they're pretty interesting that you can have back-to-back Kohanim for the last aliyah and then for the maftir, if you add aliyahs. Thanks for listening to the sponsor feature, Halacha 36-100 for the gold. See you tomorrow.